Time now for fantasy or reality. I'll throw out a statement, and Bruce will tell us if it's fantasy or reality. Connor Hellebuyck leads the league in wins and goals against average. He's second in save percentage. Bruce, Hellebuyck is the most dominant Connor in the league this year. Is that fantasy or reality?
I got to believe it's fantasy. No matter how you look at it, there's only one real Connor in the league. Now, Connor Hellebuyck, he could win the Vezina for the third time, and that almost guarantees you the Hall of Fame. But we've got a player in Connor McDavid that, boy, he's in the middle 20s of his he's in his middle 20s. He is just starting to be great. And I'm telling you, he might not get 150 points this year, but he's going to get well over 100 for the next 5 years. He's going to be on the Mount Rushmore of hockey people when his career is all said and done. So to me, there's only one real Connor in this league.
Fair enough. Two preseason cup favorites are currently on the outside of the playoffs looking in. The Colorado Avalanche and the New York Rangers. Here's the statement. At least one of the Avs or Rangers is going to miss the playoffs. Fantasy or reality, Bruce?
I think that's fantasy. I mean, I got to believe that in the end, when I look at Colorado's lineup and I'm going, how can this team possibly miss the playoffs? They've already traded for two goalies. They got Nathan McKinnon, Rantanen, they've got Makar. They got so many good players. I would find that really difficult to miss. And I do believe in the end, this is a bad stretch that the Rangers are going through, but they're going to get their stuff together, and in the end, they will sneak in a wild card, and if they do that, they could be dangerous. Don't forget, this is the last year's President's Trophy team here. They're obviously going through something that's really rough, but I mean, that's why you build up the points at the beginning of the year so you can go through this, and when they bounce back, they'll get back into a wild card. So I think both those teams are going to make it. And we'll be talking about this in March and saying, who were we thinking? Of course they're going to make it.
And listen, you mentioned bad stretches. The Sabres know about that. They've lost 11 in a row. They picked first in the draft in 2018 and 2021. The Buffalo Sabres are going to finish dead last again this season to put themselves in prime position to pick first overall yet again. Is that fantasy or reality?
I got to believe that's... it's both. It's fantasy, but it could be reality. Like, I mean, listen, I think the last thing the Buffalo Sabres fans want is to say, oh, great, we've got a first overall pick again. They've seen that. They've done that. They're tired of that. They want to end up getting about, well, the 23rd pick in the draft, because that means they're finally in the playoffs. So I think the Buffalo Sabres, they will avoid getting the first pick at all costs this year, because they just know what comes with getting the first pick, and they want nothing to do with that.
All right, it's been fantasy or reality with the coach, Bruce Boudreau.